Hi everyone, welcome to Linda's Thrifty Life. I hope you're having a great Friday. I can't believe that we're into our, I don't know, I think I've lost count, but is it 6 weeks of quarantine for me and Mom? I don't know. I've lost track. Welcome back to my channel. I wanted to let you know that entries continue to come in, and I will be doing them separately from my other videos. So I will try to do 2 or 3 in each video, and so if you don't want to see those, you can skip them. So today's video is a tag. It is a get to know me tag, and Life with Patty made up this 14 question tag, and she tagged me, and I'm so excited. Okay, so get to know me tag. Number 1, what is your name and who named you? My name is Linda, and my middle name is Jean, Jean, Linda Jean. My mother named me. She was going to name me Laura, she said, after a great-grandmother or someone, and then she didn't, and she just liked the name Linda. So like so many children born in the early 50s, I was Linda. And throughout school I was always Linda B, because that was, Bushman was my last name, because there were always so many Lindas. But it's okay. It's a name, I've lived with it almost 70 years. How many siblings do I have? Well, I have one brother. He's a half-brother, but I never call him that. I mean, he's my brother. We grew up together and everything, and his name is Richard, and he passed away about 4 years ago. And I miss him all the time. He has 2 children, my niece and nephew, Marshall and Amanda, and I try to stay close to them and their children, and I miss him all the time. All the time. Was I close with my cousins growing up? Actually, I was. I didn't live near my cousins, but there's 3 of the oldest girl cousins. My cousin Joletta, myself, and my cousin Karen, and we were like the 1, 2, 3 girls. And our mothers were all close, and we just grew up together, holidays or any time that, mostly it was summer vacations, we'd go, or they'd come see us, and we just always felt real close to each other, and we do now. If we don't see each other for, it could be a couple of years, and we get together, it's just like we've never been apart. I mean, we're just, we're really close. So, my cousin Joletta, her mom has passed away. That was my Aunt Alice. And my cousin Karen, her mom is my Aunt Betty, and she is the one that is in the assisted living. And so far, she seems to be doing well. So thank you for all your prayers. Did I have a special bond with my grandparents? I did have a really special bond with my grandparents. There's a story about how I came to be, but my mom was separated from my biological father before I was born. That's a long and complicated story, but she went home to live with her parents, and she had me there, and they took care of me while my mom worked. And my grandmother, when I was born, apparently I needed a blood transfusion, and she gave me, I was the same blood type as her, and she always says, you have my blood running in your veins. And I was really close to her and my grandpa. And they've both passed on, but they were really good grandparents. I really, have great fond memories of them. and of course my cousins were always around, and so it's a lot of really great family memories. So I love being a grandparent myself, and I know that I'm giving my grandkids great memories. Did I enjoy high school? I did. I had a really good time in high school. I was, not a bad student. I was a AB student, unless it was math, and then it was a C. Don't take math. But I was really good at literature and English and social studies and things like that. And I loved it, and I loved the social aspect of it, and I was class secretary a few times. I was the president of my drama club in high school, and I had a good time. There was no doubt about it that I loved football games and going out and dances, and it was just a very, very good time in my life. What are my hobbies? I read a lot. I love to read books. Mostly I read fiction. Occasionally I'll read nonfiction, but mostly I read fiction. I like mysteries and thrillers and things like that. I don't read like Stephen King kind of scary thrillers, although I have read him occasionally. But I like, I just like to read. I just kind of have always read all my life, always have a book going. It's just my way of being relaxing, I think. It's very relaxing to me. My other hobbies would be crafting. I have done that on and off throughout my life, but back to it right now and really enjoying it. Even did crafts when my kids were little, and I've done cross stitch, and I've done painting and scrapbooking for many years, and now I'm getting into a lot of different paper crafts that I'm really enjoying it. I cannot sew. I just cannot sew. My mother sews. She's a great, well, she doesn't sew very much anymore, but my mom grew up, has always sewn, and I can't sew. And then I would say my other hobby, of course, is YouTube. I love YouTube and making all the friends, and I think that's a hobby. What do I do to relieve stress when I'm stressed? Oh, if I only knew the perfect answer to that. I try to do things that relax me. Sometimes that does mean reading a book, kind of escapes me. I go to a different, world, so to speak. Whatever the story is, I get involved in it, and it shuts off that little loop that runs in my head. I like watching TV. I especially love binge watching. I think I've said that before. I love that, like, if you have a series and it's just like a 20-hour movie that you just keep watching. I don't know. I like it. If it's a good show, I really like it. And then the other thing I do is I try to do deep breathing. I'm very into this consciousness of breathing and feeling my body relax. So that's what I do when I'm stressed. And who is the longest friend I have? Gosh. I think I have two. My sister-in-law that was married to my brother. I've known her, gosh, they were since I was in my mid-20s. But we haven't been very close in the last few years since my brother has passed away. They had divorced before he passed away, and we are not estranged by any means. We're still, excuse me so much. I don't have any water. We are not estranged or anything. Our lives have just gone in different directions. But, we still talk occasionally. But I have a friend that I met in the 70s when I worked in New Orleans. I worked for a barge company, and I met her, and her name is Karen, and we have been friends all these years. Married, divorced, children, and we still communicate to this day. And we hope that one of these days things will work out that I can get away and we can meet again and get together and have a good old chit chat. So, what is my favorite movie? I don't know that I have a favorite movie, one that I would always go to. I like things that draw me in. I like character driven, I think, movies a lot. I'm very much into that more than just, I don't like comedies very much. I hardly ever watch comedies. I just don't find them that funny. My sense of humor is just different, I guess. But I don't like anything slapsticky. But now I do like romantic comedies like Pretty Woman or The Wedding Planner, cute things like that, and that the characters are good. So I guess I can't say I have a favorite movie. My favorite book. I can tell you a book that changed my life. It's a book by Francine Rivers, and it's called Redeeming Love. She's a Christian writer, and she based this on like this man marries this girl, and she's had a really rocky past, and she doesn't want to be married to him, and she's very mean to him, and he just constantly tries to forgive her and love her no matter what. And it really showed me God's love and how no matter what we do, if we ask forgiveness and if we love him, he will be there for us. And it's truly changed my life. What is my favorite thing to do on a stormy day? Curl up on the couch with Annie Bell and a book. And my favorite thing to do when the weather is perfect? I love to walk. I don't walk as much as I used to, but I do like to take walks. I love to go and watch my grandkids play. That's probably my favorite thing to do when the weather's really pretty. I love the mountains or the beach or just anywhere. I just love to be outside. Do you prefer the big city or a small town? They both have appeal to me. I've never really I've lived a few times in a really small town, and I don't think I really like it. I've always lived in suburbia, growing up. Always, not really lived in the middle of a big city, but always lived in suburbia. But I have lived in a few big cities, and I love them. I think that I would have enjoyed spending more time in big cities. There's something about the excitement and walking everywhere and everything just being right there that I find exciting. I also like cities with, I like towns where people too. So I don't know. I want it all. That sounds like me. I want it all. And what is the first thing I want to do when this virus is over? I want to hug my grandchildren and my daughter and my son-in-law. I miss them so much. And I get to see them and we talk, but it's not the same as those hugs, especially from the grandkids. I miss them so much. That has been, of everything, the hardest part. I do miss shopping and being able to go into the store and do some stuff like that, but for sure, the thing I miss the most is actual contact with my grandkids. So that is getting to know me. I don't know if you learned much more about me, but I hope you did. I'm not going to tag anyone, or I'm going to tag everyone. I'm going to say tag your Ed if you'd like to do this. I just hope that some of you will. It's always interesting to get to know each other a little bit better. So, sending you big hugs and kisses on this pretty Friday day. If it's pretty where you are, it's pretty here. Cool in the low 70s, wind blowing. pollen blowing. All right, y'all. I'll see you tomorrow. Tomorrow is Smile Saturday. I'll talk to you then. Bye now.